What if I told you that there is a dog that costs more than a brand new luxury car? We're talking tens of thousands of dollars just to bring one home, and that's before you've even bought a single bag of food. Today we're counting down 5 of some of the most expensive dogs on the planet, and trust me, by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly why people are willing to empty their bank accounts for these incredible animals. Stick around because the first dog on our list has a history so wild it involves Tibetan monks, ancient legends, and a price tag that will genuinely make your jaw drop. Let's kick things off with number 5, the Afghan Hound. Now before we dive in, I want you to picture this. An ancient Egyptian pharaoh walking through the desert with an elegant, silky-haired dog trotting gracefully at his side. That image feels almost mythical, right? Well, the Afghan Hound actually makes that mythology feel incredibly real. This breed is considered one of the oldest purebred dogs in existence, with origins tracing back thousands of years to the mountainous regions of Afghanistan, where it was bred to hunt large prey like leopards and deer across rugged, unforgiving terrain. The Afghan Hound is instantly recognizable thanks to its breathtakingly long, flowing coat that falls in thick waves across its lean, athletic body. That coat wasn't just for show though. In the harsh mountain climates of Central Asia, that thick fur served as essential protection against the cold. These dogs needed to be fast, agile, and tough, and they absolutely were. Afghan Hounds are sight hounds, meaning they hunt primarily using their vision rather than their sense of smell, and they can reach speeds of up to 40 miles per hour. That combination of speed, elegance, and ancient lineage makes this breed genuinely unlike anything else. Now here's where things get interesting in terms of cost. A purebred Afghan Hound from a reputable breeder will typically run you somewhere between $2,000 and $2,500 for the puppy alone. But the real financial commitment comes in the grooming. That stunning coat requires bathing at least once a week, thorough conditioning, and regular professional grooming sessions to prevent matting and maintain that iconic silky appearance. You're realistically looking at grooming costs that can easily exceed $1,000 per year, sometimes significantly more depending on where you live. Add in food, veterinary care, and the fact that Afghan Hounds can be notoriously stubborn and independent, which can make training sessions longer and potentially more expensive if you bring in a professional trainer, and you're committing to a substantial ongoing investment. But for those who fall in love with this breed, every single penny feels worth it. Coming in at number 4, we have the Chow Chow. If you've ever seen one of these dogs in person, you already know they carry themselves with an almost regal indifference, like a lion who knows it's a lion and couldn't care less whether you're impressed. And that comparison to a lion is actually quite appropriate, which we'll get to in a moment. The Chow Chow is one of the oldest and most distinctive dog breeds in the world, with origins in ancient China dating back potentially over 2,000 years. Historical records suggest these dogs were kept as hunting companions, sled dogs, and guardians by Chinese emperors. There are even accounts of a Tang dynasty emperor who reportedly kept nearly 5,000 Chow Chows as hunting dogs. That's not a typo. 5,000. One of the most fascinating and unique physical traits of the Chow Chow is its blue-black tongue. This is one of very few breeds in the world with a distinctly pigmented tongue, and while the exact scientific reason for this characteristic is still discussed among researchers, it has become one of the breed's most iconic features. Their dense, double-layered coat gives them that unmistakable fluffy, lion-like appearance, and they come in a range of colors including red, black, blue, cinnamon, and cream. In terms of temperament, Chow Chows are known for being deeply loyal to their families while remaining naturally aloof and reserved around strangers. They are not the type of dog that will bound up to greet every person they meet. They are discerning, dignified, and occasionally quite headstrong, which means consistent and experienced handling is important. Socialization from a young age is absolutely essential with this breed. From a financial standpoint, purchasing a Chow Chow from a quality breeder will generally cost you between $1,000 and $4,000, though show-quality dogs from champion bloodlines can push well beyond that range. Annual maintenance costs, including grooming, which is significant given their thick double coat, regular veterinary care, high-quality food, and potential health-related expenses, can run between $3,000 and $5,000 per year. Chow Chows are also prone to certain health conditions including hip and elbow dysplasia and eye conditions, so veterinary bills can add up over time. But for those drawn to their quiet dignity and fierce loyalty, the Chow Chow is a truly extraordinary companion. Alright, number 3 is where things get a little unexpected. Have you ever heard of the little lion dog? If not, you are absolutely not alone, and yet this tiny, ancient breed has one of the most fascinating and storied histories of any dog on this list. The little lion dog, or Lautchen as it's known in German, which literally translates to little lion, is a toy breed with roots in Renaissance Europe. Historical paintings and tapestries from as far back as the 1500s depict small dogs that appear strikingly similar to the modern Lautchen, suggesting this breed has been a beloved companion of European nobility for centuries. During the Renaissance, wealthy aristocrats and royal courts across Germany, France, and Spain were particularly fond of this breed. Ladies of the court would often have their Lautchen groomed in the traditional lion clip, where the hindquarters, legs, and tail were shaved while the front of the body was left with a full, luxurious coat, creating that unmistakable lion-like silhouette. This grooming style wasn't just aesthetic either. There's a historical account suggesting that noble ladies would use their Lautchen as a sort of natural warming companion on cold nights, placing the shaved portion of the dog against their feet or body for warmth. Also as a natural alarm clock. At one point in history, the Lautchen was considered among the rarest dog breeds in the entire world. In the 1970s, the global population of the breed reportedly dropped to fewer than a handful of registered individuals, making it critically endangered as a breed. Dedicated breeders worked tirelessly to bring the Lautchen back from the brink, and while it remains relatively rare today, it is no longer in danger of disappearing entirely. In terms of personality, the Lautchen is everything you could want in a companion dog. These are playful, affectionate, and remarkably social animals that tend to get along beautifully with children, other dogs, and even strangers. They are intelligent and respond well to training, which makes them far more manageable than some of the other breeds on this list. Their coats, while long and wavy, are also notably easier to maintain than the Afghan Hound or the Chow Chow. Now, the price. Because of their rarity and the relatively small number of reputable breeders working with this breed, Lautchen puppies can cost anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000, and sometimes considerably more for dogs from exceptional bloodlines. Annual care costs are more moderate compared to some of the giants on this list, typically falling in the range of $1,500 to $3,000 per year when you factor in grooming, food, and routine veterinary care. If you want a dog with centuries of aristocratic pedigree, a charming personality, and a history that genuinely reads like a novel, the Little Lion Dog might just be perfect for you. Now we're getting into truly extraordinary territory. Number 2 is the Samoyed, and honestly, if you are not already completely enchanted by this breed, you absolutely will be by the time we're done here. The Samoyed is one of those dogs that looks like it was designed to be perfect. Its brilliant white, fluffy coat, its perpetually smiling expression, and its warm, gentle eyes make it look almost impossibly beautiful. And there's a reason that smile is so famous. The corners of the Samoyed's mouth are naturally curved upward, an evolutionary trait that prevented drool from freezing on their faces in the extreme Arctic conditions they were bred for. The Samoyed smile is not just adorable. It is a genuine survival adaptation. How incredible is that? The Samoyed takes its name from the Samoyedic peoples of Siberia, who developed this breed thousands of years ago to serve as herding dogs for reindeer, sled-pulling companions, and warm sleeping partners on frigid Arctic nights. These were working dogs in the most demanding sense of the word, regularly pulling sleds across frozen landscapes and enduring temperatures that would be genuinely life-threatening for most breeds. They are among the ancient, foundational breeds of the dog world, and genetic studies have confirmed their status as one of the oldest domesticated dog breeds still in existence. Beyond their extraordinary history, Samoyeds are known for their deeply affectionate and sociable nature. These dogs absolutely love people. They are not suited to being left alone for long periods, as they crave human interaction and can become anxious or destructive when isolated. They are playful, energetic, and surprisingly vocal, often communicating through a range of sounds that Samoyed owners will immediately recognize and find endlessly entertaining. The coat of the Samoyed is a double-layered marvel. The dense, soft undercoat provides insulation while the longer outer guard hairs give the breed its characteristic fluffy appearance and help repel dirt. Interestingly, this coat is also hypoallergenic relative to many other breeds, making Samoyeds a potentially better option for mild allergy sufferers. However, that magnificent coat is shed heavily, particularly during seasonal blowing periods, and requires frequent brushing to keep it clean and tangle-free. In terms of cost, Samoyed puppies from reputable breeders typically range from around $3,000 to $5,000, with top-tier show dogs occasionally commanding prices above that range. Annual maintenance is also significant. Their grooming needs are intensive, high-quality food suited to their active metabolism is essential, and they are prone to certain health conditions including hip dysplasia and a hereditary kidney disease known as Samoyed hereditary glomerulopathy. Budget around $3,000 to $5,000 annually for comprehensive care, and potentially more if health complications arise. But here's the thing about Samoyed owners. When you talk to them, almost universally, they will tell you this breed changed their lives. There is something genuinely special about this dog. And now, the moment you have been waiting for. Number 1, the Tibetan Mastiff. This is not just the most expensive dog on our list. The Tibetan Mastiff holds the distinction of being quite possibly the most expensive dog breed ever sold in recorded history. In 2014, a red Tibetan Mastiff puppy was reportedly sold in China for approximately $1.9 million. You heard that correctly. Nearly $2 million for a single dog. Now, that particular sale was at the extreme end of an intense period of Tibetan Mastiff speculation in China, where the breed had become a luxury status symbol among wealthy collectors, but it illustrates just how extraordinary the demand for this breed can reach. So where does this legendary dog come from, and why does it command such awe? The Tibetan Mastiff is one of the most ancient breeds on Earth, with origins in the Himalayan mountains of Tibet dating back potentially thousands of years. For centuries, these dogs served as guardians for Tibetan monasteries, nomadic herders, and remote villages, protecting livestock and communities from predators including wolves, bears, and even leopards. Buddhist monks revered these dogs deeply, and Tibetan legend holds that the souls of monks and nuns who were not yet spiritually advanced enough to reach nirvana were reincarnated as Tibetan Mastiffs. That gives you some idea of how sacred this breed was considered within Tibetan culture. The physical presence of a Tibetan Mastiff is genuinely imposing. These are massive, powerfully built animals with a thick, lion-like mane around the neck and shoulders and a dignified, watchful expression that communicates both intelligence and authority. Males typically weigh between 90 and 150 pounds, and the dense double coat, which comes in various shades of black, brown, blue-gray, and red-gold, provides protection against the brutal Himalayan winters. When you see a Tibetan Mastiff in person, there is an immediate sense that you are looking at something ancient and genuinely formidable. In terms of temperament, Tibetan Mastiffs are deeply loyal and protective of their families, but they are also naturally independent and can be quite territorial. This is a breed that requires an experienced owner who understands how to earn the dog's respect through calm, consistent leadership rather than forceful dominance. They are not aggressive by nature, but their protective instincts are deeply ingrained, and without proper socialization and boundaries, those instincts need to be properly channeled. The cost of a Tibetan Mastiff from a reputable breeder outside of China typically ranges from around $1,500 to $5,000 in Western countries, though dogs from exceptional bloodlines with strong lineage documentation can command significantly higher prices. In China and parts of Asia, prices remain dramatically elevated compared to the rest of the world due to continued cultural demand. And the annual care costs are not for the faint of heart either. Feeding a dog this size requires substantial quantities of high-quality food. Veterinary care for a large breed carries higher costs than average. Their thick double coat requires regular grooming. All told, you should budget anywhere from $4,000 to $7,000 or more annually to properly care for a Tibetan Mastiff. But what you get in return is a companion with a history that spans millennia, a presence that commands respect, and a loyalty that is absolute. So there you have it. 5 extraordinary dogs with 5 extraordinary price tags. From the ancient elegance of the Afghan Hound, the imperial dignity of the Chow Chow, the rare aristocratic charm of the little lion dog, the Arctic warmth of the Samoyed, all the way to the legendary, awe-inspiring Tibetan Mastiff, every single one of these breeds offers something truly unique and deeply fascinating. The cost to own these dogs is real and significant, but for the people who choose these breeds, the connection, the history, and the daily joy these animals bring makes every dollar feel like the best investment they have ever made. Now I want to hear from you. If money were absolutely no object and you could choose any dog from today's list, which one would you pick and why? Drop your answer in the comments below because I genuinely love reading what you all think. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and check out our other videos on incredible animals from around the world. We post new content regularly, and I promise you there are some videos coming up that you absolutely do not want to miss. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.